Hi, this is Stan Robinson with SHR Marketing. I'm going to be talking about your LinkedIn profile and getting started with setting up your LinkedIn profile such that it makes the best possible impression. In this video, we're just going to be focusing on your photo, your professional headline, location, industry. These are pre-populated by LinkedIn, your current position, previous positions, and your education. But I'm also going to be talking about your creating your custom URL and adding your contact information. So let's get started. The first thing that people look at when they visit your LinkedIn profile is going to be your photo because we're visual. And my suggestion is that you have a headshot. You don't need a picture of your full body. You just want a picture such that if someone sees you on LinkedIn and meets you in person later, they will recognize you from your LinkedIn photo. So, headshot facing the camera with a solid background that brings out your face and preferably a smile. Next thing that they will look at is your professional headline. And that's where I have LinkedIn consultant, copywriter, etc. What is important about the professional headline is that this is the first place that you have on your profile where you can begin to use keywords. I'm not going to dive into keywords in depth here. We'll do that in another video. But keep in mind that LinkedIn is a search engine just like Google, and people are searching LinkedIn for potential employees, employers, businesses, partners, investors, etc. And when they search, they're searching by keyword. So it's worth thinking about the most important keywords that you want to be found for when people are searching for you on LinkedIn, and make sure you begin including those in your professional headline. So in my case, I happen to have LinkedIn consultant, copywriter, and helping professionals with social selling, job search, and personal branding. And you can see the keywords throughout here. So this is very important. The other reason is because this headline is what follows you around the web. So if someone searches for you on Google and your LinkedIn profile comes up, they will see your name and your professional headline in the search results. So next, your area. LinkedIn asks you to put in your location. Now, one small suggestion would be if you are trying to attract a local audience and you want to be found for people doing local searches, consider using your metropolitan area rather than your specific city. People may not be searching necessarily in your city, but they may be searching in your metro area. So it just may give you a better chance of being found depending on the nature of your business or professional practice. Next, they will ask you to put in your industry, and this is from a drop down of choices that LinkedIn provides. And so in this case, you have a lot of choices, but this is something where you have to choose from one of LinkedIn's pre-populated choices on the drop down. The next thing that I do want to point out that is one way that you can let people know that you're somewhat knowledgeable about LinkedIn is go ahead and select what's called a custom URL. And the place that you go, you saw where I clicked on the little gear, and it will bring you to this, which basically shows you what the public will see as far as your LinkedIn profile when they find you, but they're not actually logged into LinkedIn. And in a separate video, I'll go over how to customize your public profile. But what I wanted to point out here in terms of your public profile URL is this is where you can select your name instead of the letters and numbers that are the LinkedIn default when you first sign up for your profile. So see if you can find a name that is as close as possible. to the name that you use on LinkedIn. A lot of names are taken, but LinkedIn will show you what's taken and what's available. And lastly, I'll wrap up with your contact information. You do want to go ahead and make sure that you fill in the contact information that you're willing to share. As you can see, this contact information will only be visible to your connections. So if someone's not directly connected to you, they will not be able to see all of this contact information, which is good. So this is where you can put in your preferred email, as well as phone number, Skype, etc. If you want to change something in here, you do have to go back in and enter your password for security reasons. But again, I just wanted you to see where you go to actually fill in all of your contact information. Okay, the one other thing that I will point out, in addition to a place to put in your address, is if you do use Twitter for business purposes, go ahead and put in your Twitter handle here. WeChat is a specialized application that's not very widely used, but in addition, you do have a spot for 3 websites here. And what I'll point out briefly as far as your websites is, rather than using LinkedIn's defaults, which are personal website, company website, blog, etc., I suggest selecting Other here, which gives you the option to type in the name of the website that you want people to see here, and then you can type in the URL. So this is an opportunity for you to customize what people actually see rather than relying on LinkedIn's defaults. That is it for today. Have a great day.